Hello everyone, this is Bhanu Achari of CSC 8 Today my technical seminar is about IoT devices hacking under the guidance of Suresh sir. So these are the contents. Let's discuss about the introduction, how IoT works and objectives, benefits of IoT hacking, methodology and countermeasures and conclusion. So let's go to the introduction and see what is an IoT? IoT is again network with the connected devices. The devices gather and share the data about how they are used and the environment in which they are operated. Sensors are used or embedded in every physical devices. It can be mobile phones, electronic appliances, vehicles, barcode scanners, traffic lights, and many more. So let's discuss about how IoT works. So basically, it consisting of four components: sensors, connectivity, data processing, user interface. Sensors are used for monitoring the temperature of the temperature of any IoT devices or any something. So connectivity is used for connecting the IoT devices through the network internet by using an IoT gateway. Data processing used for data storing the data in data which is sent by the sensors. User interface is used for the user to send alarms and check whether the IoT devices are working or not. Mm, Next, the main objective of this topic is about how to hack, how to compromise the smart devices. Smart devices like cameras, car mobiles, car automobiles, printers, door locks, washing machines, and etc. to gain unauthorized access to the network resources and other IoT devices. So, what are the benefits of this IoT device hacking? How can an hacker can profit from IoT devices IoT when successfully compromised? He can create an botnet for compromising the IoT devices to launch DOS attacks. A DOS attack is nothing but a sending a multiple requests to the web server to get to to use all the resources available in the web server. Sell He can sell the data, compromised data in the black markets like dark webs and so on to get he will be profited. He can carry out of a number of malicious activities on the compromised devices, IoT devices. So basically, IoT hacking method, and a hacker follows the following methodology to hack any IoT devices. So the following are the different phases of hacking IoT devices: information gathering, vulnerability scanning, launching attack, and gaining access and maintaining access. Information gathering is nothing but the gathering the information of the use of the device, like IP address, server name, and which company is providing the services and so on. So and a hacker uses your Shodan search engine to gather the information of internet connected IoT devices such as routers, traffic lights, CCTVs, cameras, sensors, and smart home devices. Mm, you'll get it out what is an Shodan. Shodan is nothing but a search engine which is similar to Google. Like as in Google, we cannot search the devices which are connected to IoT internet connected devices. But in Shodan, we can search internet connected devices. Shodan is not available for any users. It is a paid version, so you need to buy to use it. So these are the some queries which are used for to get the access of to get information of the devices. Webcam XP country is equals to US. By using this query, we'll get all the webcams present in US. To search webcams using the city, webcam XP city is equals to city settle. By using this query, we'll get all the webcams available in the city. For example, let's take an example: webcam XP city is equals to Ballari. We'll get all the devices which are webcams which are in Ballari. This is an example of a search result of how we found. So webcam XP country is equals to US. We'll get the webcam XP IP address and HTTP protocols. What are the availables and the top cities, top services, top organizations, top operating systems. Phases of IoT hacking. The second phase is vulnerability. Second phase is vulnerability scanning. Once the attacker gains the information about the targeted device, they search the attack surfaces of the device, which they can attack vulnerabilities. Vulnerability scanners allow the attackers to find the total number of vulnerabilities present in the firmware infrastructure system component of IoT devices that is accessible. Vulnerability scanning helps an attacker to identify the devices with the weak configurations such as hidden exploits, firmware bugs, weak settings, and the passwords. Vulnerability scanning can be done by using an Nmap tool. Attacker uses Nmap vulnerability scanning tools such as Nmap to identify the IoT devices connected to the network along with the open ports and services. So here is an example of an Nmap results. Nmap and the targeted IP and the output should be present to desktop. So these are the port and these are the ports open on this IP. 22 is SSH open, 80 is HTTP is open. And third phase of hacking is launching attacks. In this vulnerability scanner phase, attackers try to find the vulnerabilities present in the target device. The vulnerabilities found in the exploited further to launch the various attacks like DOS attack, role coding, jamming signals, simplex, MITM, data and identity theft attacks. Gaining access is the and the next step is gaining access. Vulnerabilities identify the vulnerability scanner phase allows the attackers to gain access. After gaining the remote access, attackers uses this platform to launch the attacks on the devices in the network. And the next stage is maintaining access. Once the attacker gains the access to the devices are used various techniques maintain and perform the various exploitation. Attacker remains undetected by clearing the logs, updating the firmware, and malicious program such as backdoors, trojans, etc. to maintain access. So here is a real life example. Hacking a core by using RF. Hack1 RF. Hack1 RF is an software defined radio which has range of 1 megahertz to 6 megahertz. It costs around $500, approximately 30,000 in Indian currency. By using this hack RF, IoT devices include some sort of wireless communications using the RF or ZigBee. Hackers can use a hack RF to hack the radio stations, aeroplane communication, RFID based cards, and traffic signals. So, what are the countermeasures? What are the countermeasures? How can we protect? How can we defend against IoT device hacking? Disable the guest and demo users and if enabled. Use the lockout of future lockout to access for the excessive invalid login attempts. Disable Telnet port. Implement IPS and IDS in network. Implement end-to-end encryption and use the public key infrastructure. Prevent the devices against physical tampering. Patch the vulnerabilities and update the firmware regularly. Here are how conclusion. How can we protect our IoT devices by IoT devices? These are some security tools which are available in the internet. Like example, I'm giving you some examples. Pulse, Semantic, Darktrace, Cisco IoT Threat Defense, Cisco Umbrella, Google Cloud IoT, NetShield, AWS IoT Device Defender. And thank you.